0 to all units. Well done on capturing Vigil K Naval Airbase. Now, Pala naval reinforcements have arrived. An aircraft carrier, a destroyer, and shard corvettes. They must be dealt with before we launch our final counterattack. So in this mission of escalation, using rotary wing assets only, myself, Chlorphiantix, Nicorap, Balzi and 6-Bit Hunter had already succeeded in halting the enemy thrust towards South Pascali Airbase, turning back multiple land attacks covered by air support and with support from the sea, destroying dozens of enemy vehicles in the process. This had in turn allowed us to chip away at the air defences of the Vigil K Naval Air Station on Vigil K Island, until at last we were able to launch our assault, capturing the island by dropping off troops from a tarantula. With this base captured, we now had a new position from which to stage further attacks, and once the enemy naval reinforcements had been dealt with, that was what we planned to do. There it goes.
Yeah.
Defense is opened up. Oh, bloody hell.
Okay.
Give me a chance to take off.
Oh man, there's so many sites right now. It's crazy.
Oh wow.
That is a lot.
Right, I'm sending volleys towards the dynamo.
Okay.
With the 76mm side cannon mounted on my tarantula, I possessed an indirect fire weapon that could be shot from quite a long distance away. Not quite outside of enemy air defense weapons, but far enough that I had enough time to react should I be targeted by such weapons. Our first target was the Pala Dynamo class destroyer, and the clock was ticking. We had to destroy this before it got into range of our facilities on the mainland.
30 kilometers. Whoa.
As I attempted to engage it with my 76mm cannon, Claw and Nicorap were flying head-on towards the Dynamo class destroyer using their chicanes loaded up with AGM-48 guided missiles.
Rear right engine failure. Stall. Front right engine failure.
I fired off a good volley towards the dynamo and inevitably got whacked, as you do.
Yeah, it's good cover.
I had stuck onto my target, firing off a huge volley of 76mm guided shells. I knew the chances of any of them hitting was rather slim. The dynamo had great air defences, but I hoped it would be enough to keep the ships distracted whilst my comrades flew in under their radars. Inevitably, my plan had cost me my aircraft, but the lads were running in now, intent on destroying our target.
7.5 kilometers.
7.
Yes.
On you. When you shoot.
At 0, 3, 2, 1, 0. Fire. And get away. Several hits on the dynamo.
Nice. The lads had done brilliantly. Several missile hits on the dynamo, but we weren't sure if she was beyond saving or not. We didn't have to wait long to know that her fate was sealed.
Looks like it. Yep. It's it.
Yes. Great.
With the dynamo going down, with her went the threat of long-range cruise missile attack against our bases, factories and facilities on the mainland. All that remained now was to destroy the Shard and the fleet carrier, and we were free to push on with our offensive into the south, into Pala territory. Having taken back to the air in a new tarantula, I already began firing my 76mm cannon towards the enemy carrier. But once again, enemy fighters and air defense missiles did not make this task easy.
I did not expect to make it back.
To be honest, me neither. But we are still in, we are still in formation, and yeah, that's some cool shit.
With the amount of missiles flying around, it was only a matter of time before one found its mark at last. But nevertheless, I fired off a large volley
Rear
once
left
again
engine
towards the
failure.
carrier,
Front left engine
hoping
failure.
some of my shots would get through and start to cause damage to the enemy flagship. I'm a little bit damaged. You can probably see me from where you guys are.
Yeah, yeah. You've got a
See
little
the
smoke trail.
smoke.
Yes. Oh shit. And there's another missile coming for me as well. Oh well. Maybe next time.
Ouch.
Ow.
Oh shit.
Hey, we're still. Hey, we're still alive.
As we attempted to engage the aircraft carrier and the escorting shard, several enemy air attacks took place. Enemy fighters, Ifrits and the like, were attempting to clear the skies over the Vigil K island. I had been engaging the shard corvette, hoping to sink or cripple the ship with my 76mm cannon, thus providing less defence for the carrier that we hoped to attack together.
Stall.
Though I had received significant damage to my left rear engine, I continued with my sortie, lining up on the shard and engaging it with my cannon. But the enemy had not let me be. My left rear engine had been struck once again, being destroyed entirely. I was now down to 3 engines, and my aircraft was very unstable. But I continued blasting away, hoping to do as much damage to the shard as possible before I inevitably went down.
Rear left engine failure.
I was of course gratified to see several hits on the shard, causing significant damage. That's on the shard, I think.
I made a mistake.
Oh no.
Meanwhile, Nicarap and Claw had been once again going head on against the enemy ships, hoping to engage them with AGM-48 missiles.
Okay.
Nicarap had been forced to abort his approach. He was being engaged by enemy fighters coming from the land on his left flank, and so turned to fight them.
That's alright.
Claw meanwhile went on with his attack alone. I think I killed the shard.
Yeah. Looks really good.
Badly knocked him out. I am, however, flying on 3 engines right now. In fact, I've only got one of my wings is completely missing. Somehow still managing to keep it in the air. So I'm going to try and land. That'll be fun.
I'll take over.
Though my aircraft was badly stricken, I was content. I had done my duty. The shard was a smoking wreck. She had stopped. She was dead in the water. Her defences destroyed. As I struggled back towards the coast, Nicarap now took off in his own tarantula, prepared to engage the enemy carrier in my place, using his 76mm gun until I was able to join him on the same task. In the meantime, Claw continued with his suicide run, once again charging in under the radar while 76mm shells rained down around the enemy ships. So fucked.
Oh, no, I'm out of flares.
Tail rotor failure.
Yep. Not the best. Oh god.
Right engine failure.
I don't know if one of my missiles... Okay, the carrier is a little bit damaged.
Several of Claw's missiles had struck the carrier, causing not insignificant damage. But already low on flares, he had been unable to egress away from the defences launched by the carrier itself. It was time for us to work as a team and overwhelm the carrier, shooting from multiple directions with different weapon types.
Ooh, there are no more chicanes available, okay. Yeah, that looks great, guys.
20 AGM-48s on me. Let's just turn. There we go. Right. Missiles away.
Okay, I'll try to time my missiles with yours.
Missile 0.
He's taking hits. He's getting whacked by the guns. 76mm. Very good.
Okay, now there are some missiles in the air. Oh my god.
And so all at once, the carrier was being targeted by no fewer than 48 AGM-48 missiles from 3 different directions,
There he goes.
not to mention countless 76mm guided shells being fired from 2 different directions.
But it's still floating.
Yes.
I return to base and reload. Or rearm.
I had noticed the crippled shard still afloat, and whilst our ordnance rained in around the carrier, I decided to finish off this shard and put it out of its misery.
But it's heavily smoking.
Might need a demo bomb, maybe.
Well,
And there it
are
was.
weapon systems
Nicara
already
had come up with a
destroyed?
brilliant idea. I'm not sure if he meant it as a joke, but the plan was now to engage the carrier with demolition bombs from a tarantula. He would have the honour of carrying out the coup de grace against the enemy flagship.
Oh, perfect. So you've got the demolition option?
Yes.
Perfect.
Very nice.
Demo bombs being useful for the first time.
Yes.
Yes, actually.
Both Claw and I scrambled to get into a good viewing position to watch this final act against the stricken enemy carrier. The shard had already sunk, following a final volley of shots from my 76mm gun. It was time to sit back and relax and watch the show.
15 seconds.
VRS.
So good. So good.
It
Holy
still
shit.
alive?
No, it's
No, it broke in pieces.
Ah,
No, it's sinking.
oh yeah.
So cool, huh? Good job.
That's well done. With the enemy fleet dealt with, we now turned back towards the mainland. Whilst my comrades took off from South Pascali to assist in engaging enemy forces in Pala territory, I prepared to once again provide long-range support with my 76mm gun. It's worth me now mentioning an unsung hero of this battle, Balzi. Whilst the rest of us had been largely engaged in the west, taking on enemy naval forces and attacking Vigil K Naval Airbase, Balzi had been single-handedly keeping the enemy at bay and assisting our own land forces in engaging the enemy forces, pushing them back, and thus ending with the capture of the Dust Bowl Highway airstrip. The rest of us had had the benefit of mutual support from each other. He had been going it alone, and I don't think the mission could have been accomplished without him. I obviously made a very tempting target out over the sound on my own, Enemy air defences and fighters continued to try and engage me. I didn't particularly mind, as long as it meant that my comrades going in close in their chicanes were being left alone.
Rear right engine failure. Stall.
I had once again had an entire engine blown away by a missile. But for now I was still alive and I was hoping to put down at nearby
Stall.
South Pascali airbase. It seemed quite fair to assume that I was not going to make it. I was losing altitude, losing power all too quickly. But the ground in front of me was relatively flat and I was not coming in at a particularly high speed, so I decided just to put down as close to the base as possible and thus have another successful sortie under my belt. But as I'm sure you can appreciate, landing on 3 engines with a badly stricken aircraft is not a particularly easy task. For my next sortie, I'd taken off carrying naval supply containers, hoping to resupply the Dynamo-class destroyer now deep within the Sound and drawing close to the range in which it could strike against the enemy facilities with cruise
Perfect.
missiles.
Okay, there's a SAM position.
Meanwhile, my comrades continued persecuting the enemy, closing in
No, it's a
on
line breaker
Agropol
SAM, yeah,
airbase.
on the street.
He's coming in.
Could flare it. Where are you? There you are. Should be okay. Oh no.
Another one.
With the destroyer now rearmed and resupplied, any moment now she was likely to open up with a barrage of cruise missiles, largely launched at Agropol airbase, our main focus of attack now. And whilst I'd been hanging around at a distance, shooting targets from long range and dropping off supply containers to our ships, my comrades had been chipping away at defences at Agropol airbase, and a large dogfight had ensued. The enemy were counterattacking with everything they had in the air, and when I say a dogfight, I mean literally. 3 chicanes fighting off against Revokers and Ifrits. It was quite a sight to see.
Damn. Nice. Perfect. Okay. There's a Medusa in the sky, that's incredible.
Left engine failure. Right engine failure.
we got something.
Is this a chicken factory? Nice.
And an optical, for sure.
At one point, we had the interesting sight of seeing an Ifrit trying to use a GPO 500 bomb to destroy one of our chicanes. The battle was really getting that desperate right now, for both sides.
Yes.
Casualties had been mounting.
This GPO 500 on that.
Oh no. Please move. Ow. I'm okay.
Nice.
That's me out.
Oh no, that's not nice. Oh
Hey,
damn.
maybe you can rescue my pilots. Get some money.
Yeah.
VRS.
The Ifrit flared it. Where are you? There you are. Oh, should be okay. At Agrapol?
Yeah, 2 even.
Ooh,
No,
yes.
3.
I see them. I'm about to attack it.
Front left engine failure. Front right engine failure.
At long last, the moment we've been waiting for finally arrived. The Dynamo let fly with her cruise missiles, aiming for the area around Agrapol Airbase, destroying facilities and air defences and enemy ground forces in the process. He's going to plaster that airbase. This attack was a huge success, obliterating much what was left of the enemy facilities. And I had just set about heading over to the Dynamo to resupply her with more missiles when an important message came through.
Oh, excellent.
Hey, good day.
Yes.
Victory at last.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well done.
Oh,
Good game. That was
Awesome
that was
game.
awesome.
we made it.
It had taken us over 2 hours and had pushed us to our limits, I would say, but we had prevailed in the end. We had succeeded in our challenge, our experiment. Each of us were naturally very much overjoyed.
This is Zero to all units. Congratulations. The enemy has capitulated at last. All units may return to base. Well done, pilots. Thanks for the support. Zero out.